Oh, how was the second day in shoulder pads?
It was good. You know, the defense is doing a lot of movement things, and sometimes we're giving up a few too many big plays, and we need to minimize those. We don't want to become a defense that's fixing to make a big play. We just don't know if it's for us or them. That's not good. Offensively, we're getting a lot of looks to try to handle, and it's taxing, especially for the new guys, but the older guys are doing a respectable job of it. I didn't think it was quite as physical and team today as it had been. I may change my mind after I watch the tape, but Bobcat drill, middle drill, and all those things were good.
Seemed like the defense had a little bit more success in the Bobcat drill. There's maybe technique or something they worked on, getting used to hitting.
Well, the Bobcat drill is a hard drill for the defense because they're two gap. They got this gap and they got that gap. Usually in football, they only have to defend one gap and then get to other gaps. And that one, they've got to defend both sides. And so it's harder on them. And the key that we're trying to get is for them to absorb and take on the block and separate. And so they take it on, find which way the running back's going, separate, and make the play. And that's the key component for the line to sustain, for the defense to separate.
The week gets a little bit tougher, full pads on tomorrow, and then obviously a two-a-day practice on Thursday. What are you looking forward to seeing from the players over the next couple of days?
Well, we got to handle the test of time. You know, there's been some guys that have made some flashes and done some good things, but we don't need one-hit wonders. We need consistency, and one of the challenges of camp is when you get fatigued, do you keep your focus, do you keep your effort, do you keep your enthusiasm? And the guys that do that over the long haul are the guys that will go on and will get trusted to play, and the guys that are hit or miss, it's hard to count on them, to bank on them for which play they're going to make a play. So how do you put them out there? So the way the format is with August camp, that challenge is built in. And, we've got some two-a-days coming up, and really we're kind of doing two-a-days. Our walkthrough in the morning, we do go in the gym in Strahan where it's cooler, but it's pretty active, 19 periods, where we review everything we're going to do that night in practice. So they're getting good work. It's just not the physical contact type of stuff.
Outside of Chris Nuttall and Rob Lowe, you have a pretty crowded group of running backs back there. You got Lewis Rubin, you got Stephen Mayberry, you got AJ, got a bunch of guys, Anthony Taylor. What can you tell me about their progression so far? Those 6 guys back there behind Nuttall and Rob Lowe.
Well, Stedman is probably playing the best we've ever seen him play since he's been here, which has been very pleasing to see. He's more confident. You can tell he knows what he's doing this year. He was a wide-eyed freshman last year and acted like it at times, which is to be expected. I don't mean that negative when I say that. But this year, he knows what he's doing, and he's confident, and he understands the expectation, and he wants to play. And so he's really been not a surprise, but a great feeling for us as coaches to see what he's doing. The other guy that's probably came in and caught our eye here in 4 practices is Tyler Sadinsky, who's, he was at the Air Force Academy, so he's had a taste of Division I and everything. He's 3 for 3, so again, he's going to have to survive the test of time. We got a long way to go and a lot to do yet, and we're about 60% through installation, so we've still got a ways to go to just finally say everything's in now. We can and rep it. So we'll see how he handles the test of time. The Ruben is a solid guy. Not the flashiest, but he's solid. Always going to give you great effort. And the 2 freshmen show flashes, but they're just learning. This is their 4th collegiate practice. I don't think there's any doubt they have talent. They're just not very confident right now in anything they're doing. And when they are confident in a play or two, you do see some flashes out of them. But it's gonna take every practice to see how we sort out who will be number 3 and who will be number 4 and et cetera, and who will redshirt. But if we played today, Stedman would not give it up.
Coach, you also seem to have good depth at wide receiver. Is there anyone sticking out in particular so far in training camp?
Well, all of our starters are sticking out pretty good. when you start through the next wave, Kwame Bowens has really been a good find for us. We're really excited about him. Bryce Gunner's doing a good, solid job. Ryan Gary, well, you can always count on Ryan, down in and down out. When I say our starters, I kind of include Damon Mercer as a starter, even though we very seldom play four wides. We play three, but Damon's right in that first three with Japhus, CJ, and Brandon. And Damon's having a good camp. After that, PJ Anderson's doing some good things and playing the best that he's ever played as a redshirt freshman. Got Montrell Taylor's doing some nice things. So we do have good competition there right now. Justin Gamble and Braylon Hutchison. We've talked the last 2 days as a coaching staff offensively that we feel really good about our three new receivers, which Kwame would be there, and the two freshmen. Now, that doesn't mean the two freshmen are going to be ready to play this year, but we're excited about their athleticism, their learning curve. Justin Gamble threw a great block in Bobcat drill tonight. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it's impressive for a freshman. So, we're excited about the future because we do lose 4 seniors off this offense. So we knew that this was a critical class to recruit for guys to come in and take over for those guys after this year, and so we're pleased that they look like maybe they can do that.
How do you feel about Bryce Gunner's progression?
Good. Bryce has got as good a hands as anybody on the football team. He maybe doesn't have the blown out speed at times, but his height gives him an advantage on that to catch fades and back shoulder throws, and he's a big physical guy. So his strengths offset some other people's strengths, which is fine. It gives us other dimensions. When he's got the ball in his hand, he's a physical runner. That's good that we have a little variations in there, I think, to play to people's strengths at times.